So welcome for our special KO night. So it's lovely just having the KO people. Okie doke. I'm going to start by talking about making copies. And I'm going to share the screen. Find my Ezra. Okay, can everybody see my Ezra screen?
Yes.
Yep. So for Kairos Outside, it's different in making a copy of Ezra. You can make a leader's copy, so just the normal Ezra, but you can also make copies of Ezra for the head spiritual director, chaplain, for the OL1, and if you have a day angel coordinator, for the day angel coordinator. So I'm going to show you how it works. I did it this afternoon to make sure that I knew how to do it. So click on make a copy of Ezra. Sometimes there can be a naughty thing that we do. Well, I do anyway, and I see all that writing and I just don't bother reading it. Does anybody else do that? Maybe, maybe not. So welcome to make a copy. There is a box for printing instructions, and it says in red, don't continue until you've printed the instructions. So we're suggesting that I've already printed the instructions, and I click next. And this then says how it's going to be done, and it uses a USB flash drive. So I've already got a USB flash drive into my laptop. So I click next. I click next. And there we go. So it's asking me to say where the USB is. And then next. Great. Yes, because I did it earlier. Yes, I want to do that. So this will take 5 or 10 minutes. So I'm not going to wait around for the 5 to 10 minutes, but it's at the end of this process that you get asked, who do you want to make the copy for? Whether it's a copy of the leaders one, whether it's for the head spiro, for the head day angel person, or for the OL1. The OL1 one is particularly important because that's got guest information and all that sort of stuff. So I'm pretty sure it's the OL1 that makes contact with guests. And now my dog's going to start barking. Batty. So once the 5 to 10 minutes has gone of this copying to the flash drive, then you get asked, who do you want it for? You just then take the USB, have the instructions that you've printed out, and hand that to the relevant person. So that is basically making a copy of Ezra. So as I said, it's different for KO than it is for KI. KO doesn't have the option for all those different people. I'm not sure it's going to let me get out of here. Cancel. Yeah. Okay, I will stop sharing. Thank you. So this is about the core team info. Your core team, you all know this way better than I do, made up your OLs and your leaders and your ALs and head chaplain, head chef, those sorts of people. So if you click print core team workbooks, please, Pauline, and go up to step 1 and click down, and that's where the different core team jobs are. So just click on Agape Leader, maybe. And that then gives you what information you can put in a booklet for your Agape Leader. So going through table of contents, job training, the riverbanks, preparation checklist, prayer vigil, which of course the Agape leader does. And then it's a matter of just click on one of them, Pauline, and go over to print only the highlighted item. And click it again, maybe. Job training, Pauline, please.
Job training.
Highlight job training over in the left-hand side.
Oh, there.
There. Now try print only the highlighted item is what worked for me.
Oh, it's working.
Yeah, there
this
we go.
time.
And Pauline will make that larger so we can see it.
Oh, they're
And
there.
so
All
there's
up
your
there.
job description of the core this is the advising leader now.
Yeah.
And so you've got core booklets for all of those people. And if we close out of there, Pauline, please. And out of that one. And just go to the core team meeting overview, fourth one down. And this is where it's got the stuff that you need to do as a leader for your core team meeting. So 2 of them. I've never been to a core team meeting, so I don't think they were around last time I was a head Spiro on a team. But you know what you have to do in those core team meetings, which presumably marries up with what the manual says. Don't forget that Ezra is a tool. It doesn't have everything. And there's some things in Ezra that you won't be using. I don't think we need to click on one of them. So just close out of there. That's the core team info in section 3 in your weekend preparation timeline. And now we're going to quickly look at the transport angels and day angels, which is in section 4. So Pauline's going to click section 4, and right down the bottom is day angel recruiting. So this is for teams that have day angels. So the transport stuff, some people have day angels on the weekend doing things like the going forth booklet and stuff. They're in the background, apart from the transport people that obviously aren't quite in the background. And this is where you put, you have a list of past day angels, you record new angels, and right down the bottom, it says export data for leader. So when you've finished your weekend, you can send that data to the leader, and then they've got it for their pass on to go to the next leader. As we keep saying, Ezra is only as good as the information that's put in. So if this isn't put in, the next leader doesn't know about it. Why don't you click, or we click over on the right-hand side, the second one. So this is where you can put your guest, who's been assigned to bring them on Friday, who's taking them home on Sunday night, and so on. There is a place to put things like driver's licenses in. And yeah, so I think it's probably fairly self-explanatory. So I might shut up and get Pauline to do some questions and answers.
Does anybody have any questions? Liz, was that a hand? Nope. No questions? Okay.
Pauline, have you got any questions? You'll be getting ready to do the pass on file for Marion. Do you have any questions about that stuff that we just talked about, the day angel coordinator stuff?
Not yet. I'm in the process of putting all that in because other people had that, and I've just got most of the paperwork. I'm following up on that so I can enter it into
Right.
Ezra.
So they didn't enter it into Ezra?
No.
Okay.
So they didn't have a computer.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, that's what I'm working on this week.
All right.
Yeah. So not sure about, I've seen the thing for the pass on files, but I don't know how to do that yet. Yeah. That would have been one of my questions.
Yeah. Colleen just finished her weekend last weekend.
Colleen,
Okay.
Colleen, I think Pauline's your ESG person. So she's probably happy to, have a Zoom meeting with you and go through how to do the pass on files and that sort of thing.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So make the most of it.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
We
Okay.
said before, the secret is coming to us early rather than late. Because
Yep.
when you come to us late, it means something's stuffed up. And then it's a case of trying to work out how to undo the stuff up. So, I think it's better to use the ESG people early on. And yeah, so use Pauline to help you with that. Give her a day or two to recover from her KI short course last week.
And
She's shaking
don't
her
forget
head.
that. Don't forget Kylie's available as well. So,
Yeah.
and Kylie's probably got the hands-on with the KO.
I actually made a PowerPoint like when I did the last rollover. It's a very clear-cut screenshot PowerPoint. I think I sent it to Pauline or Jan. I can't remember. But yeah, I
Have a
mean,
look.
yeah, we can. Yeah, I thought it ages ago. It may have got lost in cyberspace, but more than happy to share that with anybody that wants help with the rollover, passover kind of process. Yeah, it's help.
Yeah, so can you send me your details so that I can contact you, or
I'll pop my Kairos email in the chat and you can grab it.
thanks.
Okay, we're right with that. Kylie will put that in there. So we will move along. So I'm going to share my screen again. And this time I will just talk with you about section 7, which is where you record your guest contacts and things. So there's a few different little boxes here. So if we enter and update guest information is here. There's something that I've discovered in trying to put people in here for some reason, and I'll need to find out why. When I've put an entry in, it's doubling up. But so I need to sort that out because it's new. I don't know. Anyway, so to insert, you just put somebody's name in, and I can put my own there. And oops, can't even spell it right, but it won't matter, will it? So just obviously all the different information that you need, and the more information, again, as Jan has said, the more information, the better your records. That's really important. So you just fill in all the bits and pieces, and notice there are a few other tabs up at the top. So you can put the inmate's name in here. Hang on. Oh, he needs a surname, doesn't he? Okay. All their details as much as we can. So doesn't have a son here. I don't know why, but anyway, I'll just say it's my sister. And then we look for a
Sorry, it's
special
just
letter.
it's because it's mother relationship to inmate. So your mother, he's your son. You're
Oh,
his
of
mother.
course. Never mind. Anyway, so you just put a date in, 8th of April, and then once you've received a letter, you just click there. So again, just fill in as much information as you can. The needs of the guest, if they need transport or something, you just click there. If they need money for childcare or money for gas or whatever, and then the person that you assign for the transport. So I'm just going to put Mary Allen, and a contact number if there's any special diets or something. So it's just fill in all the information And then assignments, who the team contact is, we're going to fill in a name there. And their information, an assigned room if you've got one. And that I obviously haven't put them on the family table or position yet, so that's why that's not coming up. Any comments that are relevant and any permissions, they've asked for photo permission and they've said they don't want to receive a newsletter. And this one here is unused letters if you've received one and the person didn't show up, but obviously you don't do that until afterwards. So we're going to okay it. Now you'll get this message over and over, making sure that you fill in all the relevant information. You can correct it now or you can ignore it, but please don't ignore it for all the time because they do need to be added. And you can see for some reason it's coming up with a double thing. But the person here has been assigned, so it says yes, and there's a special letter has been received. And this one over here is when we make contact with a guest, then we need to just put in a date and the information there. So we've clicked on all the boxes. So can I save that? Sorry, it's the things get in the way. So that's that window, assign a guest contact. So there's different in guest status to include the team contact list. And there's a couple of different buttons you can do there to get a list of the contact of the guest team contacts. This one is for printing out a prayer assignment. And again, it's just got, so either click up here to enlarge it or just click on it. So once you've filled in all the information, then obviously it just comes up here, the letter's been received, what table family they're on, and all the different aspects. Once it's all completed, comes into that. Now, assigning a guest to a family, we just click on this little table here. You click on the name, whatever table, make table arrangements, assignments, sorry. So we click over here, and then I need to say what table I'm looking at. I've already put Mary Smith on there, but Sabrina's nowhere. So you just click on her and drag it across, and there you've got her name as well. And then if you need to, always make sure you press the save button once you've made some changes, and it'll let you know that that has been saved. And then the green highlights that those people have been assigned to a table. And orange, I haven't got any there, they've tentatively been assigned. So just need to make sure that you save that. And then again, if I can, whoops, doesn't let you do it once you, the screen sharing thing's in the way for me. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to stop share because I can't get it out of it. That window gets in the way. Then you've got an opportunity here to do a mailing to guests, and there's a couple of different letters there, guest letter before the weekend, and there's a couple of different letters to inmates there, and you can do mail merging and printing and things like that. But again, it's just following the directions. Oh, is that going to do it again? No. And then you've obviously over here on the right-hand side is all your printing things. So print your table assignments, print your guest info listing. So it's a matter of just clicking on there and then it'll go through to a PDF. And the other one down here at the bottom, sorry, this one here is exporting your guest files to the weekend leader. Once your weekend is finished, then this information needs to be sent back to your weekend leader so they can upload it and have all their relevant information for passing on. And you can load guests from a spreadsheet or export it as a spreadsheet. So that pretty much covers that section. So and back to where we go to now. Lex.
Me, yes. We're looking at the kitchen thing. So that's under 8 here. And this is sort of the whole schedule, but there's a kitchen one is under a slightly different color here. So in there, just make sure you read this first. This probably largely pertains to the main schedule, but yeah, you go to the kitchen one here. So we click on the kitchen one, and there's all your kitchen things. So I'll just go back here. Oh. So couple of things. If you want, so this is a 3-day. So if you want to navigate quickly, say to day 3, you just hit the number 3, goes to 3. If you go to 2, it goes to the beginning of 2. So that's a couple of quick navigations. All your, you can change, insert, or delete things from here. One thing, let's see if I can find it. There was one for 7. Sometimes you will have your timing the same time for 2 things. And I did have an example up there, but I can't see it. And for that, you've got a sequencing entry. So when you open this up, you'll see this number here. So if I and then like if it's for 6 p.m., you might put in 1. And then the next item that's happening at 6 p.m., you might put 1.2 and so on. I could actually just try that. I could insert Wednesday. If I remember the format, sequencing 1.2, kitchen staff. We'll see that. We'll see if that works. Hang on. Go OK. Except it was kitchen chef. Hang on. All right. I'm not quite sure why.
Day was it?
It was. I thought it was day 1. I put it in.
Okay.
So I'm not quite sure, but that's how you manage that. So if you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 things happening let's go on the same day at the same time, you can put in a sequence number. So you can say this happens first, this happens second, this happens third, and so on. So that helps you organize things a little bit better there. So we'll close out of that. Now there's and in this section here, the kitchen section, there's a print kitchen schedule. I'll just bring that across here. It's come across by itself. And we'll do that in there. So you can, as usual, you can select, if you want to print off specific days, you can select them or deselect them here. There's a PDF conversion button up here if you need to convert it to a PDF file and email it out to people like the chef or the kitchen staff or whatever. And you've got your typical views for your zoom in and out, so you can view it more easily. And then you've got your print button right in the top left-hand corner there, and that will send whatever you've selected, if it's a whole thing, to whatever printer your computer is connected to. Rightio, and I think that's really all that is for there. I'll just double check my little notes. Yep, sequencing, got that. And there's, yep, okay. And that's all for that section. I'll hop out of it. There we go.
We're just looking at finishing and getting our ducks in a row. So again, we can't go all the way through with this, but this button up here is where we look at when we've finished. We just go in here. Don't forget to record your team member job assignments. So it does have reminders. So we just move it up a bit. And it's about making sure that you get all your things finished, and for to make sure everything's smooth and your finish is correct. So you need to make sure to load and review your guest data from your OL1. It's just a reminder of those things that we've talked about, making sure that the leader has them and uploads them back to her. Copy of Ezra. Need to load the day angel data from the angel coordinator, and make sure that all your team information assignments are all done and completed. So if you've done all of these things, then you're ready to move on. The importance of job assignments, and there's a video reminder. So it's just a matter of clicking on all the buttons and again, reading all the things. If you're not ready to go, then you just click that button and it takes you out of it and you go back into your section and fill in all the bits that you need to. If you are ready to go, then you just click on the green button and that will just go through a sequence of things. So it's just reading. I can't do it on the screen because it'll wind everything up. But if you just click on that and follow the steps, that's the most important thing. But as Kylie has said, she's got something that goes through the whole lot. So, but for now,
I've
that's
added
the
that
most important thing.
Sorry,
Sorry, Kylie.
if anyone wants to download it, I could upload the file of the PowerPoint that I made. It's in the chat. So if anyone wants to just open the chat window,
Okay.
be able to download that PowerPoint and it goes through each of those steps.
We've actually been through what our program was tonight. We trust that's been helpful. And as Jan has reminded us a couple of times, if you have any questions or anything, if you just contact with the ESG, and we're more than happy to help when and where we can. So